recruiting tips, advice, and better ways to train. B3 Better presents The Amateur's Edge with Jerrian Sanders, Randy Wade, and A.D. Roberts.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, man, this is exciting. This is an exciting time, fellas.
Man, it's very exciting.
It really is.
Yes, sir.
Yo, listen, I'm so excited to be here today. Jerrian is not here, but, man, we got some great people in here. My main man, Randy.
Yes, sir.
Randy's in the house. And Lamar, he is in the house.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to get down. We're going to we really got a good show lined up for you guys today.
Mm-hmm.
Some exciting guests. Yes, so our featured guest today, so we have the former Jaguar quarterback, David Garrard. He's going to be on in our second segment.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be awesome. And the TCU recruiting coordinator and defensive analyst, Eron Hodges.
Yeah, Aaron Hodges is my guy, man. Texas Christian University. And we're going to talk about his improbable run for TCU to the national championship. But we do have a special guest on this segment. You know what I'm saying? Even though Jerrian is not here, which he wasn't here a lot last year.
He's just not here physically.
Physically, yeah. But he's here on the line, man.
He's on the line.
What's up, Jerrian?
Glad to have
Hey,
you.
I am here in spirit.
Okay.
Here. And I feel bad you left me out. You forgot all about me, A.D., but it's all
I'm
good,
sorry, man. We had to set up fast, man. I'm sorry. We're just doing the best we can.
Yes, sir.
But long as you're here, we appreciate your presence, bro.
Man,
Definitely.
Yeah, Jerrian, man. Talk about this doggone game. I know you was at the game and I was watching it on TV, but talk about that experience for the Jaguars winning that game, man, and making everything go good for them to go to the playoffs.
Man, I don't think I've ever seen TIAA Bank so electric, man. I mean, even driving up to the stadium, we hit the bridge, the Matthews Bridge. It literally took us an hour to get to the stadium from the Matthews Bridge. I mean, I've never seen the city in such a uproar as it was last week, man. And once we got into the game and that ball got kicked off, it was an experience like no other, man. I brought my oldest son with me who just turned 6, and he had the time of his life. The fans, showing us so much love, and we were just bouncing all around the stadium, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a great experience, man, and I can only imagine how it's going to be tonight.
Yeah, man, people have been telling me, I've been to the Georgia-Florida game, and people always say how the bank is crunk during the Georgia-Florida game, but I just imagine that it was way more a great experience just having everybody there. I heard people was parking everywhere. It took like hours just to walk to the stadium, man, but I know it was a great experience.
No, it was phenomenal, man, and it was phenomenal to see that in that environment, the whole stadium was nothing but Jaguar fans. Normally, when you have a game like that, of that magnitude, and a team that's not that far, you'll see a little bit of half and half or what have you. But again, as I stated last week, that probably was the most important regular season game in Jaguars history, and the city showed out and showed up to support the team, man. So it was huge. It was huge. And, that actually was the kickoff to a great beginning of the sports week for me personally, because that following Monday, my Bulldogs took care of business and won their second consecutive national championship, man. And it's great to be a Georgia Bulldog these days. And I'm calling it here now. You heard it here first. I'm predicting a 3-peat.
Wow.
Yeah. What you think about it? Lamar,
because we young.
Y'all young. But did you see Saban face when they said that Georgia's taking over the SEC? I don't think you seen Saban face, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I did see Saban's face, and I best believe he gonna play that video 1,000,000 times for his players. And I'm looking at David Pollack because he's an all-time Georgia great, and I'm thinking in my mind, David, what are you doing, man? And you do not want to wake up Nick Saban. But I feel like we built for it, man, and we retooled. What people fail to realize is our best player got hurt halfway through the season, and we plugged right on in and kept chugging along. The only question is, how good the next quarterback's going to be, who is from Duval, Carson Beck. Obviously we're rooting for him, and it's his time now. So, that's really like the only question mark is how he will be able to carry the team throughout the course of a season.
Now, being a native Alabama person here, now
Oh,
I gotta interject
Here we
with
go
you. Now,
with
come
this
on.
right here.
Now, I don't even know why they put Nick Saban and Pollock on that same segment together. It didn't make sense to me, but Alabama is definitely going to be back next year. You see how we took this bowl game seriously. Now, we normally don't take those bowl games that's not for the championship serious, but you saw the focus they had, and they got together. And, it started off 10-0. So that showed you they could have been like, oh, they wasn't up for the game. They're going to be up for the whole season next year. But Georgia do look good. They do have a chance to three-peat, but I don't like that. I like Alabama.
I think the question for all the top teams next year, everybody has to have a new quarterback. So we talking about Georgia, new quarterback. Ohio State, new quarterback. Alabama, new quarterback. Like, everybody got a new quarterback. So I mean, you got to look at one of them teams that got a quarterback. It's time to go. You like Texas, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I think the quarterback play is going to be major, and which team is going to be better than the other.
No, definitely. I think because you got, what's the guy's name at Texas A&M? He's Jimbo. Jimbo himself, right? And I think, with all those kids transferring out of there, all those 5 stars, and the amount of resources they put into that university, into that program, I think he's going to have to pull some stuff off, too, in order to keep his job, but also put himself in a position where he's, like, actually competing, because they fell completely off. So college football is going to definitely be interesting next year, and I do think there are teams out there that are sleepers that will have a chance to compete as well.
And go to the playoffs. What do you think about this week, today, man, and tomorrow, these playoffs, man, NFL?
Oh, man, I think there's a bunch of key matchups. I mean, first and foremost is Jaguars matchup tonight against the Chargers. We did beat them earlier in the year. They were a little handicapped early in the year. So, to me, it's a toss-up. Justin Herbert is one of the up-and-coming new emerging quarterbacks. I like him a lot. I think he's like that next tier below Josh Allen and Mahomes. And he's scary to watch. But his star receiver is out. Oh, not his star, but one of his best receivers is out. And so, that might play a little bit more in our favor. But
that's
if I had to
be
make
big, though. That's going to be big. That's not going to be small.
That's going to be big. But how are the Chargers almost 2-point favorites over us, and we beat them early in the season? It's weird.
Well, I think they have a better record, and when you look at their offense is more polished, if you ask me. And then again, they got Herbert, man. Again, and Herbert, I think he's the next guy up, man. I think he's going to make that leap next year to be in that top echelon of quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, he did have a rib injury, and he played that first game. But if I beat, like me and you fight right now, right, and I beat you up, next time we fight, you would think I would be favorite. I'm just saying, though. That's just me. That's how I look at it.
Oh,
and so that's why the Chargers are favored then. Let's speak more back there.
All right. Any more of the games you thinking about this weekend?
Then we're looking at the 49ers and Seahawks. If I had to pick a team, my guess would be the 49ers. I think, again, they have a more complete team. They got Christian McCaffrey. And then they had the improbable run of Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy.
Yes, sir. That's awesome, man.
He's managed the offense, and it's been a real good run for those boys. Real good run. So I would take the 49ers in that game.
Well, we're going to see what's going on. Man, Jake, I'm so glad you came on, bro. I'm really glad to have you here. Listen, we get ready to wrap this segment up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to kick on over. And listen, we got David Garrard. Stick around for our second segment.
Yes,
so when we come back from this commercial break, make sure you're here now. But this segment was brought to you by Bank of England Mortgage Jacksonville, helping home buyers and homeowners accomplish their financial goals. Head on over to www.boejax.com and get to know their dedicated team. You're listening to The Amateur's Edge on 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
Let's go, Duval.
Yes, sir.
She may be a Yankee, but the girl knows ball.
Someday she's going to be a real big star.
Catch Mia O'Brien on XL Primetime weekdays, Helmets and Heels Tuesday nights, and on 1010XL's video and social channels. Driven by Arlington Toyota.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
You don't have to go through yet another year with that knee pain or back pain. People with chronic pain are getting real lasting relief with QC Kinetics. Leon Searcy here. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in advanced regenerative medicine with locations right here in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. These unique protocols use healing agents from your own body to target aching joints, repairing and restore damaged tissues, so you can move again with no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Got shoulder pain, excruciating hip pain? If you have any arthritis pain or lingering pain from any injury, don't let them operate on you or give you more steroids. And say no to pain pills. Call QC Kinetics and see if their life-changing, all-natural treatments can get you living your best life in this year. People are raving about these treatments. This is the future of joint pain management, and appointments are available as soon as next year. Make 2023 the year you say goodbye to joint pain. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra.
Exit is now United Real Estate Gallery. Same leadership, new name. Expect the same great services for buyers and sellers. How about this? 100% compensation plans available for real estate agents. You deserve more? Find your freedom with United. Exit is now United Real Estate Gallery. Pretty incredible. Join UnitedGallery.com to learn more about a career in real estate.
We understand today's real estate challenges. With low inventory and high demand, you need a mortgage partner who can help navigate your financial needs. Bank of England Mortgage takes pride in helping clients make informed decisions. From application to closing, every step of the loan process is made in their local branch. For more information, go to boejax.com or call 992-1000. Bank of England Mortgage is a division of Bank of England, NMLS 418481, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
I'm Lauren Brooks. Join me for the Gator Report on 1010XL.
Go, Gators!
As I break down the latest storylines in Gator Nation.
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts on 1010XL.
Your home of the Florida Gators.
Are you an electrician looking for better pay and benefits? Miller Electric Company has the industry-leading compensation package. Electricians are eligible for a signing bonus up to $1,000. Now, they're partnering with the Jaguars in their new performance facility, the Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric has opportunities for you to work on some of the most exciting projects right here in Jacksonville. Whether you're experienced or not, visit MillerCareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. That's MillerCareers.com.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE and frustrated taking pills that don't work, Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that effectively treat your problem. 98% of patients experience immediate results during their first office visit. And for a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Rubinski. The physicians at Prime Men's Medical Center offer the most advanced treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Now men are lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Guys, to eliminate your frustration in the bedroom, call Prime Men's Medical Center now to take advantage of this exclusive limited-time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free, and you'll see instant results right in the office. Call now, 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
As parents, we all want to ensure that our children are safe, secure, and healthy starting day one. Please make sure your newborn is sleeping safely. Visit WilsonChildren's.com/safe sleep for infant safety tips.
Big Brothers Big Sisters has the perfect resolution for you. Sign up for the Little Big Run. A little run for a big cause. Saturday, January 28th at South Bank Riverwalk. Online, find Big Brothers Big Sisters Northeast Florida and click Events.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's the Amateur's Edge, brought to you by B3 Better on 1010XL.
I like that. And we're back, guys. We're back. Listen, I'm so excited because we got this guy, our next guest. He's on the line right now. We'd like to welcome David Garrard to the show. Former Jaguar quarterback. He has led the Jags to the playoffs in the past, and...
Yes, sir, man. David, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. What's up, fellas?
What's up, man? Thanks for being on Amateur's Edge.
Glad to have you.
Man, my first question is, man, I know you was at the game. I seen the game last week, man. Have you ever seen it like that before?
Man, it was wild. It was wild. I mean, when I pulled up and walked into the stadium and looked into the upper deck, and the upper deck was packed, I was like, yo, this is a different kind of animal here. And, honestly, with me being a fan now, of course, it hasn't been too many times. 2017, we definitely had a few games where, a lot of excitement. But I think because the team has been, pretty bad for so long, and now we've got our quarterback and we feel like we've got our coach and we got some other players, it's really changed the mindset of these fans, and it's bringing a lot of them that, kind of wrote us off back, and they're back and they're excited, and I'm excited, and I know this team is excited.
But it's like Rocky Balboa, man. It's like the first Rocky, man. Like, it's like they got nothing to lose. And like you said before, man, I remember going to games and seeing the corners seats, the little black little cover they had over the corner seats, man. But it's not like that no more, man. Hey, we got a new energy.
Now, honestly, the Buffalo playoff game was really the first time where, in a long time, it had been packed, crazy, kind of raucous environment. But we hadn't seen it since until last weekend.
And your former teammate, Fred Taylor, he agreed with you totally. He stated that he never seen it like the pandemonium like it is this year. And you think it's because it's so unexpected? Because their run, Tennessee had to lose 7 games in a row, and we had to win going the run we did. So I think that's insane. Everybody's going crazy for that.
Yeah, Cinderella stuff.
Yeah, it really is because, I mean, at one point during the season, I'm sure everybody, even the most diehard Jags fan, was like, well, I guess this is another year to chalk up to, not getting a chance to go to playoffs, already talking about draft picks in November and all this kind of stuff, kind of like what's been normal around here. And then things just started turning around. We started winning some ball games. The other teams started losing, like you guys were saying. And it just worked. It just worked right up all the way literally to the end when we got that sack fumble because Doug Peterson said it the best. That past game we just had was like a microcosm of our season. We start out good, kind of go through a low, like not playing very well. All of a sudden, we're back in it, and then we're celebrating, just like this season. I mean, we went from just giving up fan-wise to basically, hey, we might be able to make a run here in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know when that's ever happened, honestly.
Yeah, I hear you, man. But before we get into your prediction for the night, I still see people wearing your jersey around the city.
My son.
Yeah. So we want to know what you've been up to, man. Last week we talked about life after football, man. What you been up to?
Yeah, man. I've really just been, kind of here at the house with the family, taking care of them. All my kids are playing sports. My son, who is
beautiful,
6'3", 330. He's not going to be a quarterback. I listen. I told him when he was 8. I said, "Daddy ain't raising no old lineman." So I'm going to need you to start tightening up. And he was like, well, Dad, you raising the old lineman, and I'm about to be one of the best in the city. So I'll take it. You know, they get paid pretty good money when they get to the league as well. So he's doing well. I got two girls. They play a ton of softball, and now they're playing a ton of flag football. Girls flag football is coming on. I mean, they are in a all-girls flag football league, and one of my girls, who's probably the better softball player, said that if flag football was played like year-round like they do softball, I would give up all the other sports and just play flag football. I mean, she loves it so much. Yeah. She's got like all the tools, but she really loves playing safety and trying to get interceptions. You know, she's like, sometimes, Dad, it'd be a perfect time where I can make a big hit. I'm like, baby, but you ain't playing tackle football, so.
I know. You're not.
She ready, man. Yes,
I wonder would they ever let that be added to like the college sports? You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the future.
Yeah, no, it's the fastest growing female sport in the country, and it's fast growing. There's already more than a handful of colleges that are doing scholarships for girls for flag football.
Wow.
So
That's
by the time
amazing.
my girls get off into college, man, it's going to be like a real thing. And if you think about it, a lot of the female sports, they're great for females and everything, but the ones that's really going to pull people out to come see it, I mean, you know, flag football would be one of those sports where people would want to show up to see some of the best females in the country play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so let's this is it. All right, so I need a prediction, and I need the key to success for whatever you think.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you my keys to success. So keys to success is winning the turnover battle. We got to get turnovers, and we got to not turn the ball over on offense. We got to score in the red zone. If we can do those things, I feel like we got a great chance. It's gonna be a shootout. I mean, it's not gonna be like Tennessee Titans, Jacksonville Jaguars. It's gonna be more of a shootout. They got a great quarterback. We got a great quarterback. They got a great quarterback with long hair. We got a great quarterback.
Goldilocks. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they got some weapons out there on the outside. We do as well. They're losing Mike Williams, so that definitely helps us some. Their defense is about, you know, where our defense is. They might have a few more stars on theirs, but it's just going to come down to who wants it the most and who has the ball last. That's my prediction on that. But then my prediction is we win for sure. We win. And
you got a score?
I'm going to give you a score right now. I'm going to give you 32-30 is my score.
I'm finna go right to the sports book. I'm finna put a big. I'm finna bet my mortgage.
All right. I got one bonus question.
And I'm throwing that out there, hoping that's what we get, because that would be an amazing game, especially the way kind of things went last week, where there wasn't nearly as much excitement. This is the kind of game where I want to see some high flying big scores.
But it's crazy. Now, the producer just said that the Chargers are 2.5 points that they're gonna win. So who's gonna be the game changer though? So Garrard, tell me who is going to be the game changer? Which player is
MVP?
Yeah, MVP.
I think this is Trevor Lawrence's game. You know, last week we didn't see nearly what we've been able to see from him in the last 5 or 6 games, and so I think he's got he's got a little chip on his shoulder right now to go out and produce for this team and be the reason why we win, be the reason why we put up these points and we send the Chargers home. So I don't see him having a back-to-back game of, you know, subpar play. So I'm giving it to Trevor. He's definitely gonna get it. And then on defense, I would give it to Josh Allen. When you need your stars to show up, they're gonna show up, and he showed up last week, and I see him showing up again. Josh Allen on defense.
Big time.
Yeah, man. I disagree with you a little bit. So I think Trevor doesn't have to be Superman, but he can't be Kryptonite. I think ETN has to be Superman, but he definitely can't be Kryptonite. Meaning, like you said, they can't turn that ball over.
Yeah, Chargers got one of the worst defenses as far as rush defense. So I think we're gonna really need ETN tonight for certain.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we can dive into all the different dynamics this game is going to bring out some stars, but when these games really get down to it, and even last week, I mean, I know y'all was saying it because I was saying it. All right, Trev, we need a drive here. We need a drive here. We need to score some points. And we went 3 and out a couple times. And I was like, yo, do these guys really want it? But defense was like, yes, we do.
Let me
they
ask
did
you
it.
something, Mr. Garrard. So from your time back in the day, from when you was in the playoffs back in 2007, how do you compare it to now? You know, as far as the fans, as far as like the excitement around it. Do you think they was excited just as much excited back then as they are now, or you think it's a little bit? What you think?
No, I think they're actually more excited because that season 2007, a lot of it is similar as far as nobody thought we was going to the playoffs. We didn't have the best year before, so nobody was really counting on us to do anything. And we just kept making noise all the way through to the end. We had to be a wild card, even though we were like 12-4 because we had the Colts in our division. So we were playing well, and everybody towards the end of the season were expecting us to play well. Were expecting us to give us that shot. Nobody really was expecting us to do this. Like I said, I don't know how many times you go from worst in the season. You're the worst team halfway through the season, and then you wind up making it to the playoffs. Yes. So I think the excitement level is even higher now. And we've got our QB. He's shown us that he can make some great plays, and we've got some pretty good weapons around him, even though going into the season, a lot of people didn't think we had the weapons around him. But, he's proven a lot of people wrong. The offense, everybody, the coaching staff. I mean, that probably has been the biggest turnaround for our organization this season, really.
Well, Dave, man, we thank you for being on the show. We definitely need to get you back. We need to do our due diligence and do some information about girls flag football, and we'll definitely have you back.
Yeah, we can. In fact, we can have his daughter on.
It's called Girl Power League. I don't know if she would know what to talk about, but it's called Girl Power League, and it's down there in Nocatee. It's really good.
Nice.
All right, man. So hopefully tonight, man, we do that thing, man, and I appreciate you coming on. Yes, sir.
We need to win now. My mortgage, my college fund.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, you told me. Professional told me.
No. Don't take my word like that.
No, I'm just
all right. Here we go. All I need you to do as we sign off with you, Garrard, can you give us a good old Duval?
Absolutely. Here we go.
Duval.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I thought I was listening. I thought I was in the stadium.
Yes, sir.
Baby. Hey, Big Hen gonna hit it off tonight. Y'all gonna love Big Hens tonight.
Yes. This has been great, man. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, man. No problem, fellas.
All right, see you next time. Listen, God, man, this is where it's at, man. Oh man, I'm excited about tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for certain, man. Especially, man, I think Jacksonville gonna get it done.
Yeah, we're gonna get it done. Listen, all right, so we gotta keep it going. We got another guest coming on, and he's from TCU, and he's gonna lay some good stuff on us. But this segment was brought to you by First Coast Cargo. First Coast Cargo leads the freight transportation and logistics services market and is known as the region's most dependable and highly professional service provider. Contact First Coast Cargo toll free today at 844-731-2173 for all your professional shipping needs. Listen, and what you got to remember, this is what we do. This, our sports performance thing. We got an event coming up in January, so stick around. I'm going to be talking about the recruiting event that we have coming up at B3 Better. So you're listening to The Amateur's Edge on 1010XL 92.5. See you on the other side.
Hello. When you hear another great interview on 1010XL, it's on the Farah and Farah phone line.
I did not know that.
Brought to you by the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah.
I want my lawyer. I'm not saying a word till I get a lawyer.
On 1010XL.
The Eagles Hotel California Tour.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Live in concert with a full orchestra.
Take it.
Performing their iconic album, Hotel California, beginning to end, plus a greatest hits set. The Eagles. 5-Star Veterans Memorial Arena, Saturday, March 25th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
Your air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 85% water, right?
85% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Ooh, pass me the intercom thingy.
Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
This is Denny Thompson. Join me for the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Wednesday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
First Coast Cargo is one of the region's leading asset-based logistics and transportation providers. First Coast Cargo has the area's largest fleet, provides final mile services in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia for Fortune 500 companies such as Amazon, Walmart, and Lowe's, as well as specialized or white glove services for FedEx, UPS, and other national logistics companies. First Coast Cargo, headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida, with its extensive experience and dedication to exceeding customer expectations, provides transportation, warehousing, logistics, and 3PL services to customers nationwide. Manufacturers, distributors, and purchasing agents know they can depend and rely on First Coast Cargo to be at their side 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit First Coast Cargo at firstcoastcargo.com or call with your transportation or logistics needs at 328-5700.
Hey, Hickett here. The Borland Groover Foundation proudly presents the annual March to Get Screened 5K race and 1 mile fun run Sunday, March 26th. The race starts at 8 a.m. under the Fuller Warren Bridge. The mission? To raise awareness and prevent colorectal cancer. All proceeds benefit the Borland Groover Foundation, a nonprofit organization devoted to helping the community and saving lives. Visit marchtogetscreened.com for more.
The 2023 First Tee North Florida Tour Card is your ticket to some of the best golf courses in North Florida.
Each tour card is only $99 and directly contributes to programs
for kids like us that build character,
instill life-enhancing values,
and promote healthy choices through the game of golf.
Tour card members will have access to play at 16 courses throughout the 2023 calendar year.
With the tour card, you'll save over $1,000 to play these golf courses.
Get yours today at tourcard.org.
Restrictions apply.
The Florida Forum welcomes one of the most decorated track and field athletes in history, Allison Felix, at the Times Union Center Wednesday, January 18th. Funds raised will help build a new state-of-the-art neonatal intensive care unit for Wolfson Children's Hospital. It's the only inpatient pediatric hospital in the region. Get your tickets by clicking thefloridaforum.com or call 202-2886. 202-2886. thefloridaforum.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's the Amateur's Edge, brought to you by B3 Better on 1010XL.
And we are back. Listen. You know, this segment is powered by B3 Sports Performance. And remember, this January the 21st, put this down in your calendars. For our amateur athletes, we are having the BH Recruiting and International Combine powered by B3 Better Sports Performance. So for more information, just go to b3better.com. You get all the details there. So now, here we go. I'm excited to be able to announce this guy. He has a strong naval background, numerous jobs in recruiting all across the country, from Ohio State, Purdue, and now he is at the amazing Texas Christian University. And I just want to bring on, and he's on. He's ready. He's ready, right? Yeah. Coach Eron Hodges. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Coach, what's going on with you?
Nothing much. How you living?
I'm living good, man. My brother from another mother, man. You know what I'm saying? The Ohio State days now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Long time.
Yes, sir. Been a while, man. But before we even start, man, I want to get a plug to that military background, man. You was in the Navy just like I was in the Navy, man. How did it affect you, man, during your journey?
I'd say the
Coach, you're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
That's much better. That's much better.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
So the military gave me a background, a discipline that I didn't take, from my parents. My parents tried, it just didn't take. Growing up inner city Chicago, and the Navy forced me to grow up and to evolve. Excuse my dog; she's a little attention starved. But the military gave me a foundation that I couldn't get any other place. So it was a lesson in people, how to deal with different people from different backgrounds. It taught me how to be patient. It taught me work ethic. It taught me how to follow the hierarchy of authority. A lot of things that a lot of us don't really pay attention to as we grow up, in the inner city. That's what the military gave me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get into the outstanding year y'all had at TCU this year, which was great. Nobody would have at the beginning of the season. Nobody would have bet on that, and y'all was outstanding. Let's go into your recruiting coordinator job. You're just a coach to me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But my question is, I have a lot of coaches that I've met that coach on the high school level, coach on on the amateur level. I just say like that. That want to get into the positions that you've been in the places you've been. Could you give them any kind of inspirational process of how that happened?
Well, I guess the background kind of, and right now, so the role I have right now is defensive analyst and recruiting coordinator here at TCU. And I've been a DPP in the Big Ten, director of player personnel, been an assistant director of player personnel, been a director of recruiting, all those recruiting titles and all that jazz. And when I started my journey in coaching, I never wanted to be in recruiting. I always wanted to coach. I always wanted to be a position coach. But how everything happened in my career, it just played out for me to be in recruiting during my time at Ohio State and recruiting Sean and all that good stuff. The advice that I would give to young people or to coaches who are trying to get into the coaching profession on the collegiate level is whatever the job is that needs to be done, just go do it. I remember not ever getting paid for 2 years, for 2 seasons. When I first got to Ohio State, I was getting paid $12,000 a year my first season at Ohio State. So, like, if it's about money, it shouldn't be about money if this is what you want to do. If this is your passion, you should go ahead and just find out what needs to be done. And there's an old saying, money is merely a reward for solving problems. Go to a university, find the problem, solve the problem. And part of it was, like, at Ohio State, we had an Instagram. We didn't have a Twitter. All the coaches had their own separate social medias. We didn't use video on our Instagram. It was just pictures. Mark Antoni, who was one of the best director of player personnel is out there, he gave me the reins to run the Instagram page. And I started making videos. I was cutting up film of high school players during the day, giving evaluations. And then at night, when I'm still in the office, I was making highlight tapes of Michael Thomas and all those, players that we had back there. And then it just added a value. And then from that, we built a creative staff. And then the creative staff took over the social media and all that jazz. But my whole goal was just solve problems. Urban didn't want to hire me when I first came in because he said he didn't want a coach. He wanted somebody who wanted to be a GM. And so while I was there, I said, well, I'm going to show you that I could be the best at whatever I do. And I tried to be the best evaluator and personnel guy that I could be. And then that turned out into promotions, more responsibility, and all that jazz. So it just kind of grew from there until, I wanted to take a step out on my own and go see if I can put everything to good use. And I went to Purdue. It turned out two of the best recruiting classes in my 3 years in their history. I think that my first class was 25th in America. The second class was 28th. And those are the two highest rated classes in the history of the program. Before there were sexy, exotic cars in college football, we were the first to do it. We had Lamborghinis on campus during COVID at Purdue. And then after that, Champ U Barbecue did it the next year. And then now Florida Gators did it this year and all that jazz. But it all started in the Big Ten, and it all started at Purdue. And it's always, just solving problems and trying to be as creative as possible. One of the things that Coach Meyer had around the building was energy and creativity equals production. Mm-hmm. So if you bring energy to a situation, if you bring creativity to a situation, then you're going to easily get production out of it. And people are going to appreciate it. And it's kind of cool just to see, like, all the things that are going on in college football, with the sexy cars and the private jets and stuff like that. It's kind of just cool to see where it all started.
Man, that's crazy. And the biggest thing I take away from what you said, man, is working hard, and you're going to do things that might not be on your billet description, but you got to make it happen. Mm-hmm. And then another thing I tell parents and kids all the time is just the connections you make. Those connections you can go back to at any time, because I know your relationship with Herbs. I know how that is, man. And Mark Pantoni, man, he still answers the phone for me today. And sometimes he answers the phone and I ask him questions about stuff that has nothing to do with Ohio State, and he still hits me back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's so true. The only Big Sean said it best in one of his songs. I forget the name of the song, but he says, "Only burn bridges that I'll never cross again." Certain people and certain relationships, you need to burn those bridges in order for you to grow. And certain bridges you should never burn because those are people who you need in your circle to help you develop as a person and as a member in this industry. Mark Pantoni still to this day. I mean, we talked on the phone freaking 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. That's my guy. And if there's anything that he needs or what's going on, Coach Satterfield is another one of those people who I worked for him for a season at Louisville. Phenomenal coach. At Louisville just wasn't the right place for me to be, so I had to come to TCU when TCU came around. But Coach Satterfield is one of my people. Like, we talked the other day, and everybody on the new Cincinnati staff, those are all great people. You should always keep those relationships open, even when you leave a job. Leave the job the right way.
Yes.
Always be loyal and be kind to the head coach, to the staff, and do what's asked of you, because you never know how life is going to shake out. And in this world that we live in, there's enough people trying to tear you down. You need to have some people in this deal that has your back.
Right. Coach, I want to ask you a question. So you got everybody knows TCU had an amazing season this year, a very special season. So with you being the recruiting over the recruiting here, the director of recruiting at TCU, you got to see a lot of these young men first. So did you notice anything special in this group that can give you an idea that the season will turn out like this? Because you got to speak to a lot of these young men first.
So we all just got on staff this year. Mm-hmm. So this is Sonny's first year. Everybody on staff is their first year with the exception of three people, Coach Kelly, Coach Meacham, and Coach Gonzalez. Everybody else were brand new. So when I got here, I didn't know. My counterpart, Brian Carrington, he got here and he was whispering in my ear, CFP. And then it was early on. It could have been like week 4, week 5, or whatever. And I mean, I think we were 4-5 or something like that. And I've been to the CFP before, and I told him, I said, BC, like, it's too early. Like, we're looking good. We got to see how everything shake out. I've been here before. Like, the CFP, it's a bitch. You know what I mean? It's hard to get to. And so, I mean, we had Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Thomas, we had J.T. Baird, and we still didn't make it. You know what I mean? The kicker from Michigan State took us out of it, you know. So, like, we've been around there before, and we've been taken out. And so it's like, hey, you know what, let's just wait. So as we got closer, he still reminded me. The one thing about the players, our players here are phenomenal kids. You know, they weren't the highly recruited kids. They weren't the cream of the crop coming out of high school. But what Coach Kazadi was able to do, Coach Kaz, our swim coach, was able to do with a year of having them, and how their mindset changed from being a 5-7 team to being a 12-0 regular season team to being a 13-2 overall ball club. That's just a credit to our strength and conditioning, the kids buying in, the nutrition program that we have in place, the mental health specialists that we have in place. That's just a credit to all of them, as well as the coaches and all that jazz. But the kids, they had that mentality of, you know what, we can go in and we can compete no matter where we were in the recruiting coming out of high school, no matter where people talked about us preseason and saying that we were going to finish 7th in our conference. They just fought through it, and a credit to our strength conditioning coaches who helped change how these kids viewed themselves.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir. Hey, Coach, I got 2 important questions we got to ask. I'm going to cut you off. We got 2 important questions. So,
no, you're good.
So we're running short. So I need you to get to the point on these 2 questions. So what's your thought process of NIL and the transfer portal? And as far as finding out if somebody wants to get on TCU radar, what's the best way for a kid and a parent to do that?
Boom. So I'll answer the last question first, and then I'll finish up with NIL. All right. So if you want to get on our radar, the best thing for you to do is come to our summer camps. And that's not saying, hey, come and get come and pay this money or whatever. It's seriously so you can get in front of us. A lot of us in Texas don't go outside of the state of Texas because Texas is so big and it's full of talent. But if you're like from Florida or whatever, you say, hey, I really love TCU. I'm trying to get on the radar. The only thing you have to do is come to camp, ball out at camp, and then you're going to walk away with something, with an offer. When it comes down to NIL and the transfer portal, I think NIL is one of the best things to happen for college football if it's used the right way. I think that it is currently being used the wrong way in the collective portion of it, where that's just turned into pay for play. But if it's true name, image, and likeness, it's about being able to connect to the communities, get your name out there, let the restaurants and other people utilize your name, your image, and your likeness, so that after football, you can still reap the benefits of that partnership. The collectives, once you're done playing college football, then the collectives ain't paying you no more. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, all right, you just bought this player for 4 years. That's all you did. But if you're really trying to increase your name, your image, and your likeness to be profitable for a lifetime, then you have to utilize NIL in the correct manner, which is partnering with Fortune 500 companies, which we have every single Fortune 500 companies in the DFW, and making sure that your name, your image, and your likeness is utilized throughout the history of your lifetime. In those relationships and buying into the companies and things of that nature. The transfer portal, I think the transfer portal is awesome for programs in this day and age, especially when you have to win right now mentality. I think it's awful for high school recruiting because now instead of taking all high school kids and building a team, you're taking guys from different universities and you're taking scholarships away from high school kids. But for us coaches, I think it's awesome that the kids, have opportunity to leave if they don't like a certain situation, and then they can go somewhere and find a new home and potentially make an impact on that new home sooner rather than later.
Yes, sir. Coach, man, I thank you for being on the show, man. I appreciate it, man. We definitely got to bring you back. If you could you inbox me your camp schedule so I can get it out to a lot of these Jacksonville and Florida kids? And I really appreciate you, man. And we'll see you on the side, man. When I come to Texas, I'm going to hit you up, okay?
All right, I'll be in Jacksonville probably spring break to holler at my people, so I'll holler at you.
All right, for sure. Let's get together. All right.
Good deal. Listen, this has been great. This segment was brought to you by Bank of England Mortgage Jacksonville, helping home buyers and homeowners accomplish their financial goals. Head on over to www.boejax.com and get to know their dedicated team. Listen, you don't want to miss next week, so make sure you tune in at the same time at 11 o'clock. You've been listening to The Amateur's Edge on 1010 XL 92.5 FM. See you next time.
Go Duval.
Yes, sir.
The Eagles are live at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena March 25th. For a chance to win tickets, text EAGLES to the text line designed by Life